In this roguelike RPG, you explore an island filled with dangers, gathering resources and upgrading your character. The gameplay is turn-based, focusing on strategy and survival in a procedurally generated world. The visuals are pixelated and retro, adding to the charm. Isleward is all about exploration, with each island adventure feeling like a fresh challenge. In this top-down shooter, you battle other players in a chaotic arena filled with weapons and power-ups. The gameplay is fast-paced and tactical, requiring skill and quick thinking. The graphics are simple but colorful. Squad.io is all about staying alive in an arena full of players aiming to outgun each other with no time to relax. This battle royale game places you in a shrinking arena where you fight against other players to be the last one standing. The gameplay is fast, with a focus on looting and survival. The graphics are colorful and playful, contributing to the fun, fast-paced atmosphere. Zomsrail.io is a competitive, quick game that combines building and fighting in a constantly shrinking world. In this multiplayer survival game, you build defenses and gather resources to protect against waves of zombies. The gameplay blends strategy with action as you craft and fight. The visuals are simple with a blocky aesthetic. Zoms.io is a fast-paced experience where survival is key, and your construction skills are put to the test in a world filled with danger. In this game, you guide a snake that grows by consuming colorful orbs while trying to avoid other players. The gameplay is a blend of strategy and reflexes, as you compete with others in a world of snakes trying to trap one another. The graphics are vibrant yet simple, and there's no overarching story. Slither.io keeps you constantly on edge in this endless battle of survival. You control a small cell that grows by absorbing smaller cells while avoiding bigger threats. The multiplayer competition adds intensity as you try to become the largest cell on the grid. Visually, it's straightforward, with a minimalist design that focuses on action. There's no storyline, but Agar.io thrives on its addictive gameplay and the hunger to grow larger. In this multiplayer game, you compete to clear blocks in real time, outlasting your opponents. The game's mechanics are the classic block-dropping format, but with a competitive twist. Visually, it sticks to clean, sharp lines and the familiar Tetris shapes. There's no story, but Tetra.io is all about staying focused under pressure as the pace quickens. In this first-person shooter, time only moves when you do, creating a unique blend of puzzle and action. The gameplay is tactical and requires strategic thinking as you dodge bullets and plan attacks. The minimalist, polygonal visuals add to the surreal atmosphere. Superhot is a mind-bending experience set in a world where you control time itself, making each move crucial. In this first-person shooter, you team up with others to complete objectives in various game modes. The fast-paced action keeps the adrenaline high, with intuitive controls and team-based tactics. The graphics are clean and stylized, bringing vibrancy to a blocky, animated world. There's no complex story, but War Brokers thrives on its engaging multiplayer battles. This multiplayer action RPG puts you in a pixelated world full of dangerous creatures and dungeons. The fast-paced combat and roguelike elements keep you engaged as you battle for survival. The graphics are pixelated, with a retro charm that suits the chaotic gameplay. Realm of the Mad God is a thrilling experience set in a constantly shifting, dangerous world. This city-building sandbox allows you to place colorful buildings in a serene environment with no specific goals. It's more about creativity than competition, letting you craft peaceful towns with ease. The visuals are bright and calming. Townscaper doesn't have a narrative, but its charm lies in its simplicity and the relaxing freedom it offers. A multiplayer shooter with simple yet challenging mechanics. You control a tank that navigates a 2D arena while firing at opponents. Strategy and quick reflexes are key. The graphics are minimal but effective, focusing on sharp, clean lines. There's no deep story, but Deep.io is all about dominating the battlefield and upgrading your tank for better performance. Combining science and experimentation, this game lets you mix various elements to create new ones, unlocking hundreds of possibilities. The gameplay is about curiosity and discovery, and the minimalist visuals keep the focus on the elements. There's no set story, but Little Alchemy 2 is all about experimenting in a world where imagination runs free. This multiplayer role-playing game places you in a world of fantasy where you battle, level up, and gather resources with others. The gameplay focuses on teamwork and strategic combat, set in an open world. The graphics are simple but functional. Hordes.io doesn't offer much in terms of story, but it's about survival and competition in a chaotic realm. In this futuristic shooter, you control a character armed with advanced weapons, navigating through a sleek, sci-fi world. The gameplay is focused on quick reflexes and tactical movement, with an emphasis on head-to-head combat. The visuals are clean and high-tech, matching the futuristic setting. Repulse.io offers intense, multiplayer action in a world where survival depends on speed and precision. This platformer mixes exploration and survival, where you delve into caves filled with traps and treasure. The gameplay is a blend of puzzle solving and action, and every run is different. The graphics are retro-inspired, adding a nostalgic charm. Spelunky creates a world of danger and excitement, with each descent into the cave feeling like a new adventure. In this puzzle game, players guess a 5-letter word within 6 tries. The minimalist design, featuring a grid and color-coded feedback, adds to its charm. Though there's no storyline, the challenge lies in word prediction and logic, creating an engaging daily brain teaser. The game world is as simple as it gets, focusing purely on the thrill of guessing correctly. Wordle is the perfect game for a quick brain workout. This rhythm-based game challenges you to hit musical beats in sync with catchy tunes. The colorful, cartoonish visuals accompany escalating difficulties as you battle opponents through music. There's a light narrative about proving your worth through rhythm battles, but the fast-paced action is where the game shines. Friday Night Funkin' offers vibrant fun that's all about getting the beat right. This multiplayer game tests your reflexes as you navigate a ship in tight spaces, avoiding deadly obstacles while trying to outlast others. The gameplay is fast and intense, demanding precision. The visuals are bright and clean, making every race a tense experience. Curve Fever Pro is all about mastering quick movements in a high-speed environment. This competitive multiplayer game allows players to fight against each other using an array of weapons in an egg-themed world. The gameplay is quick, chaotic, and full of explosive action. The graphics are simple and fun, keeping the focus on the fast action. Bad Eggs Online 2 provides light-hearted yet competitive battles where eggs crack for supremacy. In this classic game, you can build and explore in a basic blocky world where your only limit is your creativity. The gameplay is simple yet addictive, focusing on crafting and building. Its graphics are intentionally pixelated, reminding you of the game's roots. There's no structured story, but the open-world sandbox of Minecraft Classic offers limitless possibilities. This game puts you in control of an egg-shaped character battling others in an arena with weapons like guns and grenades. The fast-paced, multiplayer combat is chaotic and fun. The visuals are cartoony and playful, which adds to the light-hearted action. Shell Shockers is all about competitive gameplay in a world where eggs fight for supremacy. In this strategic game, you collect resources and build settlements to expand your territory. The focus is on trading, resource management, and negotiation, with gameplay that mirrors a competitive board game environment. The visuals are faithful to the original, with clean, polished design elements. While not story-heavy, Catan Universe brings strategic depth in a land full of rival builders. A city-building strategy game where you manage resources, expand territories, and guide an elven or human civilization. The visuals are beautifully detailed, with lush environments that bring the fantasy world to life. The gameplay focuses on long-term planning and construction. Elvenar lacks a deep story but immerses you in a vibrant world of magic and growth. A tower defense game where you strategically place units to fend off waves of enemies. This game focuses on quick thinking and planning. The cartoonish visuals are detailed, enhancing the vibrant world filled with fantasy creatures. While it doesn't have a deep story, the progression of stages and increasing difficulty make Kingdom Rush a compelling challenge in the defense genre. This game brings civilization building to the web, where you manage resources, develop cities, and engage in diplomacy or warfare. The mechanics are deeply strategic, with a focus on long-term planning. Visually, it's a top-down view with detailed world-building elements. FreeCivWeb doesn't have a set narrative, but it's about creating your own empire and shaping history. In this retro-styled beat-em-up, you fight through hordes of enemies in a wild, action-packed world. The gameplay is pure arcade chaos, with over-the-top combat and a fun, nostalgic design. The graphics mimic the look of classic games, adding to the retro feel. Abobo's Big Adventure offers a humorous and frantic journey through a world filled with classic gaming references. In this game, you're dropped into a random location through Google Street View and must figure out where you are. You rely on landmarks, signs, and terrain to make an educated guess. The visuals are as detailed as the real world itself, and while it lacks a story, the exploration keeps you curious about the next destination. GeoGuessr is a geography lover's dream. This quirky, text-based RPG features a satirical fantasy world where humor is key. The gameplay is about completing quests, leveling up and managing resources, but with a twist of irreverent humor. The graphics are basic, fitting the game's text-heavy style. Kingdom of Loathing is a fun, witty experience that doesn't take itself seriously, inviting you into its quirky world. A game centered on clicking cookies to gain more cookies. You start with simple clicks but soon automate the process with upgrades. The gameplay is strangely addictive, offering a satisfying loop of progress. Visually, it's straightforward but charming in its simplicity. While Cookie Clicker doesn't have a traditional narrative, the humor and endless growth make it hard to stop. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up as that really helps a lot. If you think any game is missing or if you're planning to play any of these games, don't forget to leave a comment. Those were the top 30 best browser games. This has been another video from New Quest Play, and I'll be here waiting for you for the next quest.